Hello, everyone. This is author, motivational speaker, and dating coach Matthew C. Horne, and I'll bring you a video tonight titled Masculinity Ensures Heightened Experiences with Women. And it's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, and my other book, somebody just bought right off my couch, How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. But we're going to get right to it. Masculinity ensures a heightened experiences with women. And I had to bring this video about because there are a lot of men who are making improvements in their life, and they're looking for a different experience that they have not been able to capture. They're dealing with women who are a representation of consistent puthi, but they know that these women don't view them in a masculine light. They have to put up with a lot of stuff. They have to jump through a lot of hoops just to have access to these women, with the hopes that they can have some consistent access to that puthi. And masculinity, in essence, is understanding that women who see you in accordance with the masculine man that you've become, and they greet you in that manner, that experience far outweighs the woman who don't see you in the light of the man that you become as a masculine man. And that's a crossroads right there. But as a masculine man, the number one catalyst is not being afraid to go without. You can't fully transition into the masculine man until you're willing to let women go who don't view you in the light of the man that you've become. It's really that simple. And a lot of men, as I encounter them, they're frustrated. They're frustrated because they have certain access to women, but it comes with so much extra stuff, so much disrespect, so much uncertainty. They don't know if they're going to cancel on them when they make plans, and if they're going to have conflict when they see these women. These are not women that masculine men engage with. The catalyst to becoming a masculine man and having heightened experiences with women is not being afraid to go through the drought. The drought is very healthy, it's empowering, and it's a gateway to optimal maximized experiences with women. The drought is you telling yourself that I'm not going to engage with women who are not giving me a heightened experience, that they don't recognize the magnitude of the masculine man that's in front of them as soon as we meet. When you adopt that mindset, then you're not afraid to let the women go who are giving you an inferior experience, and create a space for the women who are going to recognize you in your full masculine essence. It's much better on this side as a masculine man, because you can go through periods of droughts, and this is just a transition stage right here, because it will get steady and it will get more enjoyable. But you're not afraid to go through the droughts of letting the women go who are a representation of frustration, because that masculine man inside of you is letting you know that this is an inferior experience that's not aligned with the man that you've become. When you accept yourself as a man in full masculinity, you're not going to entertain wild cards. You're not going to entertain imbalance, games, hoops, all of the things that are a representation of a woman who doesn't recognize you in your full masculinity. Because when you meet the woman who recognizes you in your full masculinity, you can never turn back. But you have to become a masculine man who's let those inferior experiences go to have this type of experience. And when you meet this woman, she will not be able to put her finger on why she is so attracted to you, why she's so drawn to you. But she'll tell you that she doesn't normally move this way because she normally doesn't encounter a man that is like you, that's operating in full masculinity, a man who is not afraid to lose her, A man whose energy and essence greeted her and preceded you before you two said one word to each other. That is a man that is in full masculinity who is poised to have heightened experiences with women. Women out here are starved for masculinity, even if they don't understand that they're starved for masculinity. So when they encounter a masculine man, he's emitting an energy and an essence that quenches her thirst for what she's been starved for. You are her dinner plate. And when she encounters her dinner plate, she's captivated by the masculine energy that is emitting off of you. So it's not about improving yourself, your looks, and your game, and that is very important. But masculinity is the anchor that is going to dictate whether you have heightened experiences with women or not. And when this woman meets you, she's not going to leave your side. She's going to make herself fully available to you because she is experiencing a heightened experience before you say one word out of your mouth. She's drawn to you. That's why she'll step to you. And you can develop a collection of women like these, but you have to let the inferior energy and the inferior women go. And you can't go to this side of the aisle or the coin until you let the inferior energy go. The women who are requiring the dates, the women who are telling you have to jump through hoops, the women who are saying, I don't know you like that. Oh, I can't give you my number yet. Oh, take my Instagram. That's inferior energy right there. But you can't experience the superior energy of a woman who's captivated by your masculine energy until you become the fully masculine man. Becoming a masculine man who can have these experiences is a choice. It's a choice. And you have to be willing to go without. Because your masculine energy is going to place the woman in a place of full submission, even if that's not a place that she's used to. Because the woman in her is recognizing the magnitude of the energy of the masculine man that you are, and she's fully captivated. These are the women who are the gateway to heightened experiences. It's really that simple. So you can't compromise yourself and simultaneously operate in full masculinity. You have to let that inferior man that's been pulling you and driving you, you have to let that man go. And you have to go without until you encounter the women who view you in full masculinity. And they will offer themselves to you because they've been starved for masculine energy. They've been starved for it. And a lot of women don't even understand that they've been starved for it. They just understand that they've been frustrated, even by the extremely attractive men that they've been meeting, because masculinity did not accompany the man that they met. And so when they meet the masculine man, the man who's not afraid to lose her, the man that talks in straight lines, and above all, the man who's emitting masculine energy, she doesn't understand that she misses that until she encounters it. And when she encounters it, she's captivated and she's not fighting it. She's offering herself to you, and even if that's not how she normally moves, because she's not normally meeting men like you, she'll still submit to whatever is calling her name. Your masculine energy is calling her name. And so you can't necessarily trouble yourself with where you are at your level of improvement. You just have to continuously be improving into a masculine man. And as you're improving, you're going to see that the responses from women are different. And you may go through the drought, through the transition of letting the inferior women and inferior energy go. But once you make it to the other side, it will be a regular experience for women to desire you and be captivated by you because they've encountered your masculine energy. That's one thing I'm learning as of late. That's one thing I've pinpointed, is that a man's energy precedes him. She's not meeting anything other than your energy as soon as she meets you. You can have everything from an aesthetic standpoint. You can be the pretty boy. You can be the man who's getting himself in shape. You can be all those kind of men that women desire. But if your masculine energy is not ahead of the improvements that you made, then you're going to have the same experiences as any other man who hasn't exercised improvements in his life. Your masculine energy is the most important energy that exists. It's the most important element that exists when it comes to having heightened experiences with women, because they are starved for masculine energy. They're starved for it. And when they encounter the masculine energy, they simply offer themselves to you, and they acknowledge and they articulate that they've been starved for this energy. And when you stay right there and you only deal with women who are in full recognition of the masculine man that you are and the masculine man that you've become, then your experiences will continuously and linearly be heightened, because you're only dealing with women who recognize the magnitude of the masculine man that you've become. They will drop all of their preconceived notions. They'll drop their games. They'll drop their rules when they encounter the masculine man, because they were created to submit to the masculine man. And that's why they immediately offer themselves to you. But you can't access this level until you submit to the masculine man that's inside of you. And that's how you can have access to women who made you jump through hoops, who offered you disrespect, who played games with you, who saw you as a second-tier man and a second option, but you may have waited it out, accepted inferior treatment, and ultimately got that pootie. But once you get it, you're unfulfilled because you know something was missing, which means that you went too far to her side because she didn't recognize you as the masculine man that you're supposed to be. And so there's an emptiness. The fullness is the woman who recognizes you in your full masculine essence and adheres to and submits to the masculine energy that's emitting off of you. And she offers herself to you and she submits herself to you. It's so smooth. It's so easy. And you understand that those experiences are heightened and they're fulfilling because that is the exact order of how it's supposed to be. The other women, something inside of you is telling you it's not supposed to be this way. And that's the masculine man that you refuse to submit to that speaks to you, that lets you know that you did too much. You tolerated too much. And so when you come to the other side of the aisle and you have the woman that views you in full masculinity and she's captivated by your energy before she says one word to you, and you have a heightened experience with her, that's when the masculine man inside of you is telling you that you submitted to the masculine man. Because the end result is that you have women in your space that are in full recognition and submission to the masculine man that you've become. That is the most heightened experience that you can have with any woman. That's the most heightened experience that you can have with any woman. It's when she greets you in accordance with submission to your masculine energy. She's viewing you in the exact way that you view yourself. She's telling you, I'm not used to this type of energy. Your energy is so strong. It's radiating off of you. I have to stay. I have to be here. And in your mind, you know that she's exactly what she's supposed to be because she's starved for masculine energy, because most men will not submit to the masculine man that's inside of them. Most men are not willing to go without until they meet women like her and achieve a level, graduate to a level where women like her are normal. That's when you're around other men and they're begging, they're pleading, they're submitting to women with the hopes of getting some poothie, but then you're operating at a completely different frequency and women are recognizing the masculinity that's emitting off of you and they're submitting to it. You're in two different worlds from the men around you. And she's in a different world from the men that she normally encounters. And then that's when she submits to you and she offers herself to you because she's been starved for you. She can't be starved for you until you starve yourself of the inferior experiences that women are giving to you that's not aligned with the masculine man that you are. And you're not the masculine man until you're willing to let those women go. That is the transition, and that is the catalyst for heightened experiences when you can let those women go. I have so many men in my space, that I speak to, offer a semblance of mentorship to. And they tell me about the difficult women in their space. And they may let those women go, and those women come running right back because they want to conquer and control these men. And then they stay in the space. And they might get that poofy, but the next time I see them, oh yeah, man, she's crazy. She did this and did that. And I don't say anything because I knew and I told them you're supposed to let those women go. I don't care if the poofy is attached to the chaos, but she's not in full submission to the man that you are. You have to let her go. But they can't let those women go because they are not in full masculinity. So every hurdle, obstacle, and level of chaos that they offer to these men, they are at peace with it because they haven't become masculine men. But a masculine man is inside of them, telling them that something's wrong, and then they come complain to me. And I give them the answer, and I tell them, your life will not come into balance until you're willing to let that chaotic, disrespectful woman go who's not in congruence with the masculine man that's inside of you. But you can't experience women on the other side of the aisle until you fully submit to your masculinity. So if you haven't submitted to your masculinity, you're at peace. You're at peace and you're at conflict with the inferior experiences that you're getting from women because you're not willing to let those women go in order to experience superior experiences, man. So you have to be a man that gets to a point through self-love, self-awareness, and graduating to a level of masculinity that you're not even going to entertain the possibility of getting that poofy when it comes attached to a woman who is not in full recognition of your masculinity. Masculinity is nothing more than submitting to the masculine man inside of you that's calling your name. That's why you're frustrated, because you haven't submitted to the masculine man inside of you that's calling your name. Once you submit to that masculine man inside of you that's calling your name, then your experiences will be superior. Your experiences will be heightened because you will be only recognizable to the women who view you in a masculine light and move in accordance with the energy that you're emitting off of yourself. You cannot take for granted that the woman meets your energy before she meets you. And when you're in full masculinity, you're letting inferior energies go from women who are not operating in recognition of the full masculine man that you are. And once you let those inferior energies go, now the world opens up to you. Now earth is your canvas. Now it doesn't matter where you are. You can be the grocery store, the club, anywhere, pumping gas, whatever the case may be. There's no particular space that you look for women when you're a masculine man because your energy is preceding you and women are looking for you. So you're having encounters consistently when you become the masculine man with women who are enthralled and they're in submission to the masculine man that you've become because they're starved for that energy. Women are starved for masculine energy. And it doesn't matter how you look, how tall you are, how round you are, even though you're supposed to be working on yourself, but your self-love will take care of the wrinkles that are in your appearance that make you appealing to women. Your self-love is going to take care of that because the more you love yourself, you're moving towards masculinity, and masculinity is going to work out those wrinkles and you're automatically going to improve. I don't have to give you the nuances of what you have to do to improve. All I have to do is tell you to love yourself more, have more awareness of yourself, and the love that you develop for yourself is going to ensure that you're presenting the best version of yourself to life every day. That's your improvement right there. But your energy is more important than your improvement. Your energy precedes you. Your appearance is a byproduct of the love that you have for yourself. And eventually the two will meet because they're coming from the same place. They're coming from the same place. So masculinity ensures that you have heightened experiences with women. A heightened experience is the only experience that you should be having with women. And you can't be afraid of that drought. You have to transition. You have to transition. You have to let those inferior experiences go that internally give you conflict. Even if you accomplish your outcomes with these women, you're still conflicted because you overextended yourself. Masculinity is understanding that no woman is more valuable than you, and that you have more value to offer her than she has to offer to you. That is an energy, and that is a place that women recognize as a safe space, because that's aligned with who they were created to be, to submit themselves to the presence and in the space of a masculine man. So every experience that has eluded you in terms of heightened experiences and fulfilling experiences with women is in your agreement to submit to the masculine man that's inside of you. That masculine man is calling your name. And stop looking away. That masculine man is calling your name. And when you listen to the masculine voice inside of you, and it's calling your name, and you listen to it, and you become everything that this voice is telling you that you're supposed to be in terms of becoming a masculine man, your experiences with women will be heightened. Because you'll be meeting women on a completely different frequency. Masculinity is a frequency. Women will tell you, before you say one word out of your mouth, I felt your energy, I felt your frequency. And they were drawn to it. They'll tell you that. And you may have had to go without for a particular amount of time or a season, but doing that expanded your masculinity. It made you go deeper into your masculinity. And the deeper that you go into your masculinity, the more of a masculine energy and essence that you emit to the world. And once you emit that energy, now you're only having heightened experiences because certain women are going to recognize the energy. They're going to engulf themselves in the energy. They're going to ingratiate themselves in the energy. And they're going to have a joy and a love without knowing you, that they're in the space of masculine energy. So you have to come to a conclusion within yourself that you're going to let the women go who are not a complete representation of what you want. It might be consistent, but it's not a representation of what you want. And until you let that go, you can't come to the other side of the aisle where you're getting heightened and fulfilling experiences with women. It's a choice, and it's on you. They're no better than you. They were created to ingratiate themselves to and submit to masculine energy. And you as a masculine man, you're going to meet enough women on a regular basis that are starved for your masculine energy, and they're going to submit to it. And now you're going to have women in your space where there's nothing in the back of your mind regarding them because they saw you exactly how you saw yourself. They're going to say, thank you for having this masculine energy. Thank you for having a space that I can ingratiate myself to. And you're going to tell them, thank you for recognizing the magnitude of man that was in front of you. We're a match. This experience is going to be enjoyable for us both. That's how you talk to women as a masculine man. And consequently, she's not going to want to leave your side. You all are going to have a physical encounter, and she's going to be thankful that masculinity entered her. That's how deep this is, man. They may have sexual access to men, but they're frustrated because that sex and that access is not coming with masculinity. It's not coming with a place that she can naturally and innately ingratiate herself to. So when she meets you, she recognizes that she's starved for you. Even if she doesn't recognize it on a mental level, she recognizes it on a spiritual and a biological imperative level. And that's why she so quickly ingratiates herself into your space and thanks you. she'll thank you. Because there's not enough men who are operating in full masculinity. There's not enough men who will not do anything for that puthi. There's not enough men who are starved for their own masculinity and disappointed with the inferior experiences that they're having with women. There's not enough men who were starved but then submitted to the masculine man that was inside of them and only dealt with women who see them in the masculine light, who recognized, who felt the masculine energy that was coming off of them. And when those women are going to feel you, they're going to tell you it's something about you. I'm feeling you. And they can only feel you because you feel yourself. And the only way to feel yourself is to operate in an optimal fashion of who you are, which is full masculinity. So women can't feel you in the right capacity until you feel yourself. And you feel yourself by submitting to the masculine man that's calling your name and doing everything that that masculine man is calling you to do. So this is a choice. This is a crossroads. You're going to be a compartmentalized man who's not giving women full experiences, who's not giving the world full experiences because you haven't given yourself a full experience because you haven't submitted to the true masculine man that you are. You're going to be that man or a man who's operating in full masculinity, who's having the heightened experiences with women and with the world as a whole. When you bring a whole version of yourself to the world, consequently, you're going to get whole returns and outcomes in life. So that's your choice tonight as I'm giving you this message. You can be fragmented, compartmentalized, or you can operate in your fullness of masculinity. Masculinity values himself above anything that he encounters. Masculinity understands the gift that he is to the world and to beautiful women. And you operate from that consciousness when you submit to the masculine man that's inside of you. You're not afraid to lose anything because you understand how much you have to offer to anyone who enters your presence. This has been Matthew C. Horne, author, motivational speaker, and dating coach. Just bring you a video talking about how masculinity ensures heightened experiences with women. It's brought to you by my books, How to Get Beautiful Women and Everything Else You Want from Life, and the book that was just bought right off of my couch, How to Be Appealing to Successful Black Men for Black Women. They're both available at my website, www.matthewchorne.com. Get your copies. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to continue to push me with the algorithm so I can continue to bring you these elevated messages. And right on cue, you all are in my comments asking me to make particular videos on your desired topics. This is how it goes. You make a donation of $50 or more to my PayPal or my Cash App information that's in my video description. Leave your subject matter that you want me to talk about in the note feature on PayPal or Cash App, because they both have a note feature, and then you make your donation of $50 or more, and I will immediately make your video. If your video, the subject matter, is more nuanced than just leaving a note, you make a donation of $50 or more to my PayPal and my Cash App, and then you email me at matt@matthewchorne.com with your more in-depth description of what you want me to talk about. And then I will make your video and put it on my channel, Matthew C. Horne Dating, within 24 hours or less. That's how it works. And if my message has been of value to you in this video, and you know that your thought processes have been elevated and you're better for having encountered my message, drop something in my donation information, my PayPal and my Cash App that's in my video description. Your donations are greatly appreciated. And just know, as you continue to help me to go and grow, I will continue to bring you these messages and help you to grow and elevate. It's a great pairing. And if you're in need of coaching, if my thought process that I'm giving to you, if you recognize them as elevated and you've been helped, and you know that you're having particular issues in the dating game, in the dating space that you need help with, and you understand that I can bring you solutions, then you're going to email me for dating coaching. That's how it goes. Email me at matt@matthewchorne.com. Leave your name, your phone number, or whatever issue that you're facing in the dating space, and then I will do the assessment and get right back to you with the terms of the coaching. and then we'll set a date and time, and the coaching will begin immediately. Everything's easy over here, streamlined. I'm your answer. If you know I'm your answer, then just reach out to me for coaching. Also, lastly, my dating coaching community in the school platform, it's been growing. I'm thankful for everyone who's been signing up. But if you want more elevated messages, if you want more personalized messages, if you want to have direct access to me, because we have weekly Zooms every Monday at 8 p.m., and I'm giving it up real and raw. You can ask me any questions that you want to ask me. This dating community is amazing. There's message boards. You all can interact with each other, and you get personal access to me and 2 exclusive videos on this extremely elevated subject matter and content every week. The link to sign up for my dating coaching community is going to be in the video description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I've enjoyed spending some time with you all tonight. And please just remember that masculinity or nothing. It's masculinity or nothing. If you want heightened experiences with women, you have to give them a heightened energy to encounter. Masculinity is everything. The energy that you are a fully heightened man, that is a match for the heightened experience that she wants to give to you, that's everything. So make sure you're not emitting inferior energy so that you're not getting inferior experiences. Heightened masculine energy emitting from you is going to ensure that you have heightened experiences with women. I'll see you soon.